my channel. I'm Alexa. Today we're making Mandelbrot. I measured out all my ingredients and I recommend that you do so too. You'll find the full list of ingredients and measurements in the link in the description. Remember to watch the video first so you can be prepared.
First, I'm going to sift my flour and baking powder. This is to make sure there are no clumps. If you don't have a sifter, you can use a wire whisk or a fork. When you're sifting, you can push the ingredients through using a rubber spatula or a spoon, or you can tap the sides of it with your hands. If your sifter has a stand, you should tap the sides of your sifter after it looks like all the ingredients have fallen through to make sure no ingredients are stuck. Today I'm not using a sifter with a stand, so I don't have to do this step. Now I'm going to start making my batter. To do this, I'm going to scramble my eggs with a fork. This will help them combine better with the rest of my ingredients faster. I'm also going to add in my oil and sugar. I'm going to mix these ingredients until they're fully combined. My ingredients look fully combined, but I'm going to scrape down my bowl with a rubber spatula to make sure. My batter looks good, so I'm going to add in my sifted dry ingredients from before. Now I'm going to add in my salt. I'm also going to add in my almond extract and vanilla extract. Some of my dry ingredients are climbing the sides of my bowl, so I'm going to scrape them down again. I'm going to start my mixer again to mix in the scraped down ingredients. My batter looks great, so now I'm going to add in my chocolate chips. Now the dough needs to go into the refrigerator for 1 to 2 hours. 2 hours is preferable, but you can try to shape the dough in 1 hour if you're in a rush. The refrigeration is necessary to make the dough harder and easier to handle. If your dough is a little sticky, you can wet your hands with a little water and then shape the dough. Now that my batter is done, I'm going to shape my loaves. Mine is not sticky, so I did not need to wet my hands. At the 2 hour mark, I have never had to wet my hands. I'm going to divide my dough in half. You can also make multiple loaves that are smaller. It doesn't have to be exact, but try to get it as close to the same size as you can so they take the same amount of time to bake. You want to get them to be about a half an inch thick or a little smaller in height. I'm trying to stretch the dough gently without pulling on it. As you can see, it is very easy to work with and reshape as you need. Next, I'm going to sprinkle some granulated sugar. You can use as little or as much as you'd like. You can even skip this part if you don't want any more sugar on your finished product. Some people like to mix sugar with cinnamon. It's all about taste preference. Next, I'm going to put my loaves into the oven. My oven's preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. My Mandelbrot took 28 minutes to bake. When it's finished baking, it should be golden brown. Place it on a cooling rack so it can cool. And our Mandelbrot is done and looking delicious. Please let me know what you thought of the video in the comments and how the recipe went for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you can see when new videos are added. Thank you and enjoy!